Arsenal against Real Madrid. Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final. It's a massive, massive game for Arsenal. You'd have to say, I was listening to, I know it's not the most reliable of sources, but I was listening to Paul Merson today talk about Arsenal needing to win this one by maybe 2 clear goals to have any chance of going through. And I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. I'm really not sure if that's going to be the case. But I am looking forward to this one from a neutral point of view, just to see how Real Madrid approach this. Because I don't think Real Madrid have been at their best recently. And, Arsenal haven't been at their best. It's probably fair to say that too. But Saka starting tonight. Big opportunity for Arsenal. Will they take a lead over to the Bernabeu in the second leg next week? Lots to get stuck into. Lots and lots to get stuck into. If you're here for the first time, I'm live for every Champions League game. We've not got that many left of the season now, have we? But I'm live for PSG against Aston Villa tomorrow. And on Thursday, I'll be doing the Legia Warsaw v Chelsea game at 5:45pm. And then the 8 o'clock game, the big one. Well, there's a couple of big ones, isn't there? Tottenham against Eintracht Frankfurt. But I'm going to be watching Lyon against Manchester United. So it's going to be a very big game. I'm really, really looking forward to the Lyon game. I'm kind of gutted I'm going to miss the Spurs game. But we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on the other game tonight, by the way, which is Bayern Munich against Inter Milan. Lots and lots going on in that one. Let's just take a look at the starting lineups while we are here. Starting lineups for Arsenal. I've heard Saka's starting. Caleb, are you excited, Prem Dad? I've got a draw, I think. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a draw, mate. I can't see it being much else. I expect Real Madrid will turn up tonight. They always do. But let's just take a look at the lineups. That might shape my decision because I know there's a few curveballs tonight. So Arsenal, Real Madrid, here we go. Arsenal lineup is David Raya in net. Back 4 of Timber, Saliba, Kirior and Lewis Skelly. Midfield 3, Odegaard, Partey, Rice. Front 3 of Saka, Marino and Martinelli. Yeah, I'm not mad on that one. Real Madrid look a little bit more balanced, I've got to say. Real Madrid have got Courtois back in net, which is a very, very big... That's a big bonus for Real Madrid. They've got Vinicius, Mbappe, and Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. The lineup's a little bit funny here on Flash Scores, but it is Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo up front. Bellingham, Camavinga, and Modric in the midfield 3. Alaba at left back, Valverde at right back, and Rudiger and Asensio at centre back with Courtois back in goal. That's a really, really good Real Madrid lineup, and the benches look quite strong as well. Arsenal have named a couple of youngsters on there with, Setford, Gower, Butler, Oyedeji, and then Neto, a couple of goalkeepers. Tierney, White, Zinchenko, Trossard is on there, Waneri's on there, and Jorginho's on there. But there's not really a lot for Arsenal to do to change it from the bench. Maybe Waneri could come on. Maybe Trossard could come on from an attacking point of view. There's not really a lot there that Arsenal could do to try and change the game. For Real Madrid, look, they've got Brahim Diaz, Endrick, Arda Güler, Lucas Vasquez. Quite a lot of experience there, certainly with the likes of Vasquez and Diaz, who could do an awful lot for Real Madrid if they needed them. Fran Garcia, another experienced player. Vallejo, Ramon. Obviously, the big misses tonight are Calafiori, Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz. Sterling is suspended for this one, and no Tomiyasu. Real Madrid are missing Tchouaméni, who again is suspended. Mendy, Eder Militao, big injury. Carvajal, big injury. Dani Ceballos, and the backup goalkeeper, Andre Lunin. So, I feel like Arsenal are by far the more weakened, and even if it was full strength v full strength, you'd still fancy Real Madrid, wouldn't you? So, it's going to be an interesting game. Let me know in the chat what you're thinking about predictions. I know a lot of people tend to ask me in the chat, where are you watching it, blah, blah, blah. Again, if you're in the UK, I don't know where it might be elsewhere, but it's on Amazon tonight. So it's not on terrestrial telly per se, it's on Amazon. So in effect, we're all streaming tonight. We're all a couple of seconds behind the real action. So we'll see. Callum, Arsenal have no chance in my opinion. Arsenal 1, Real Madrid 3. You think there'll be that many goals? That's not a bad scoreline. I've gone, and it's quite interesting, I've gone for Real Madrid or draw and under 6 goals, which got me about 2.5 to 1 at the bookies, which I thought was really good value. Kane, Rodrigo is better than Saka. Yeah, it's close, isn't it? But I think he probably is, yeah. Caleb, Prem Dad, do you like a Yazoo chocolate milkshake? I've never had one. I don't really tend to, again, you wouldn't think it to look at me, but I don't tend to touch milkshakes. I really don't. I'm not a lover of milkshakes. I don't mind maybe a vanilla milkshake. Maybe that shows how boring I am. I don't mind a vanilla milkshake on occasion. It's a lovely, I think maybe not the last one, but certainly the best one I've ever had in my life was when I went to Amsterdam when I was about 21. Yeah, we ended up in a nice place. Wonder Lounge 2, it's called, in Amsterdam. Very, very nice place. If you know it, it's you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a lovely, lovely place. Telly's kind of on the ceilings, bit of a sports bar, and they do the best milkshakes in the world. You literally, the whole place is just like a sofa, and you just lie back and look up, and it's great. It's amazing. It's the best place I've ever had a milkshake. But no, I'm not really a lover of milkshakes. Edward, Caleb, he's much better. In the UK, it's on Prime. He really is. You missed my comment. Which comment? I haven't seen your comment. Your comment hasn't come in, Edward. Unless it's come in and it hasn't showed up here, which is infinitely possible, by the way. I don't know if all of them do pull through. I assume they do. But I saw that you'd put in the UK, it's on Prime. Let me have a little look. Teams are in the tunnel. They're about to come out. Edward, I'll go YouTube. I mean, you can stay on TikTok. TikTok doesn't seem to be all that busy. Again, I think we've been shadow banned, unfortunately, tonight. I don't know why on TikTok. But, hey, you can go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube. It'll be a much better view. Reese, Viva Madrid. Viva Madrid? It's from an Arsenal fan. Isn't it Hala Madrid? Isn't that what they say? They sing Hala Madrid, don't they? Yeah, I'm not going to cry. I think TikTok have done something to my views. No idea. But yeah, the TikTok views have gone through the floor. So let me just make sure my audio's all right and everything. Right, we're good. Let me get my setup going. A little setup here. And we're ready to roll. Ready to rock and roll for a big night of Champions League football. As a Liverpool fan, look, I just want Arsenal out. I mean, part of me thinks it wouldn't be the worst thing if they went through, because it'd kind of let them take their eye off the league. But I think the league is pretty much done, isn't it? I know we're 11 points ahead and we've kind of laboured over the last few weeks, months, whatever. But I still think we get the job done in the end, even if Arsenal are fully focused on the league. And I cannot believe that Mikel Arteta put that team out against Everton. I know we've covered this, but I just can't believe it. He really threw that game. And yeah, he threw the league as far as I'm concerned. But here we go. We're back tonight for the Champions League, and I don't want Arsenal to win the Champions League. I quite like the fact that I mean, I'm not going to say they profess to be a big club. They are a big club, aren't they? They're a big club, Arsenal. But they haven't won a European Cup, which kind of precludes them from the conversations that Liverpool and Manchester United have. They're not really sat at the same table as us. You know, remember, there was lots and lots of conversations a few weeks ago. I think it was on The Club or The Over. I can't remember what it was. One of them football shows where they were talking about if you're ranking English football teams, and it's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Everyone unanimously put Arsenal on tier 2. And I think they probably need at least one European Cup to be in with a shout for tier 1. You can't be in tier 1 without a European Cup. They've got to start threatening in Europe as a big club who's been around for so long. And I think they should have won a European Cup in the late 90s, the early noughties. They certainly had chances when they had Henry and Vieira and Campbell, and they had some good teams, didn't they? I mean, obviously in the year was it the year? Or it was the year after the Invincibles, wasn't it? They got knocked out by Chelsea. And then Chelsea got knocked out by us, and we won it. Right, okay, Edward, I've got you. You're watching the wrong game. It's going to be boring, not many goals. Listen, we'll see. We'll see. I think this one's going to be good. I think this one's going to be all right. Real Madrid in their changed grey kit. Ooh, never a fan of grey kits. Ever since the sort of Manchester United Southampton debacle at the Dell, if you're old enough to remember that, where Manchester United played Southampton at the Dell and they were 3-0 down at half time, and one of the reasons that was given was they couldn't see each other on the pitch in the grey kits. So the kit man went out and got 11 blue Manchester United away kits. They changed mid-game. Changed the kit mid-game. It's the only time that's happened in the Premier League. Right. Sorry, let me get the old scoreboard going because we are off 30 seconds in. And I've barely started it off, so let's get that going. Start. Right, what are we on? 1 minute in. And we've already had a shot on target. Real Madrid, it was Mbappe from distance. And that's what we need, because I have got a shot on target for Real Madrid and a shot on target for Arsenal in each half. That was another bet that I put on tonight. So let me know what you're thinking of that one. Realistically, bro, it's about 7-0. Oh, no. I don't think it's going to be that big of a hammering, but I do think Arsenal are going to get a beating. You know, maybe not 4-0 or 3-0, but I think they'll struggle tonight. They will. If they got a draw, then I don't think that would be a bad result at all. Go into the Bernabeu, level, chance to do him on the night in the Bernabeu, maybe even take him to penalties. I think that's what Arsenal have got to play for. You know, what Paul Merson was saying about they need to win by 2 clear goals, it just isn't going to happen. They're not going to do it. They're not going to beat Real Madrid by 2 clear goals. Edward into PSG final. I think Inter will be a dark horse, but I don't know if they get past Bayern. That's another very interesting game. You're right, and I know what you were saying about watch that one, not this one. Because I think you're right, this one might be a little bit of a dull and drab affair. Bit of percentage football. But we shall see. We shall see. That's a little bit loud. I'll leave that one. Free kick on the edge of the area to Arsenal. Was a claim for a penalty there. Reece Madrid are cheats. They're not cheats, but they do like a kick. That was a dive from Saka. That was a dive. We're only 2 seconds in and Saka's already diving. Oh, Bukayo Saka dive. Star boy. Dive boy. Craig, you reckon Arsenal win? No, I don't, Craig. I think Real Madrid qualify. I think Real Madrid probably win tonight. But I have doubled my odds. I've gone for Real Madrid or draw tonight, and under 6 goals, and a shot on target for each team in each half. So I would love it if Arsenal get a shot on target here and Courtois pushes it away. Odegaard's got a chance to whip it in here from just kind of the edge of the area, bottom right-hand side, as you look at it. He's going to whip it in across the face of goal. It's a really poor delivery. Oh, it doesn't even beat the first man. That's so poor, and Real Madrid are on the counter here. This is where they could get real chances. It's a ball. Oh, lucky. And that all comes from Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard had an absolute shocker there. And who was that who passed it back? Oh, Arsenal are all over the place here. Arsenal have had a really poor start there. Couple of really big errors. Really, really big errors. Sister Fister, banner looks better on top. Oh, cheers. I appreciate that. It wasn't my feedback, actually. I can't take credit for that. There's a guy who comes in the chat regularly called Infinite Aura. Very good channel. Go and give him a follow if you haven't. And he suggested putting it up top. So I've moved it around. He did also call it a World War II looking banner, and it wasn't great. He also criticised my thumbnails, probably with good reason. But anyway, he tore me to shreds. He said it looked better up top. I've moved it up top. Thank you. So I really do appreciate that feedback. Sister Fister, what I don't get, why is Arsenal favourites by that much too? Obviously home, but why? Yeah, I don't know. Are they favourites? I didn't think it was... When I looked at the bookies, the odds seemed to be kind of like Arsenal 2.2 and Real Madrid maybe 2.4 or 2.5, which really isn't all that much. It basically means the bookies are just split on it and they're not quite sure, but they're giving the home team the odds, just about. Ball across the face of goal. Oh, what was that? Real Madrid very nearly slicing it into their own net. What's going on? It was a nothing ball from Saka. Nothing ball. And Rudiger, just hits it against Camavinga. Again, very nearly an own goal. Jesus Lord. Oh. We very nearly had a couple of catastrophes very early on in this game. We very nearly had maybe two shockers. One from Arsenal, one from Real Madrid there. This is bad. Edward, I commented on YouTube again. Okay, go on. Inter Bayern is the game you need to be watching. By the way, apparently Salah gets $350 a week at Liverpool. You said no, he doesn't. Well, he does, bro. All right, okay. Is that a goal kick? Is that a goal kick? Courtois tipping it over. Shot on target. There you go. I'm already up for the first half. Wonderful. Oh, does that count as a shot on target? It might not, actually, because it's direct from a corner. Can someone tell me, does that count as a shot on target? Direct from a corner, Courtois tips it over. Probably won't, will it? The buggers for that, Opta. Ball into the box, chance! Cleared away by Real Madrid. Here's Vinny. Reece, Martin Odegaard, top 3 midfielders in the Prem. I don't even think he's top 3 midfielders in London, mate, if I'm dead honest with you. He's not even top 3 midfielders in North London. Just in North London, midfielders, I'm not sure Odegaard gets in the top 3. Seriously. Edward, Elise would be my perfect Salah replacement. Oh, yeah, he's a good player, Elise, isn't he? Wonderful player. Sister Fister, you worry about making money on here. You make millions betting and do this for fun. Yeah, well, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? But believe me, I am bad at betting. I am really bad at betting. I mean, I enjoy a bet. I don't think I'm quite on the verge of... some people say it's like an addiction. It's not me, by the way, but like some people say it's like a... I know people have Gamblers Anonymous and all that. They can't control it, and I know it's really dangerous for a lot of people who do get stuck into that side of things. It's never really been something... I can take it or leave it, but I do like a bet. And I only ever bet a couple of quid here and there. Like, I'm quite happy winning 30, 40 quid. And I'm stupid as well. I'll do stuff like putting a 20-fold accumulator on 20-fold accumulator, £2.50 returns, 140 grand. That's the stuff I put on, and it never wins. Although I have had some big wins. I had a 7.5 grand win off exactly that 20-fold accumulator. Earlier, was it earlier this year? Late last year? Can't remember. A few months ago. Sister Fist, I'm Infinite Aura, by the way. Just changed my name so it matches my PSN. Well, there you got to see. At least you know I give you credit. Nice. I mean, Sister Fist is an odd name. I'll level with you, mate. But you know, yeah, fine. Whatever works for you. Unpopular opinion: betting problems don't exist. Oh, they do. They do for some people. Funnily enough, there was we're veering off the subject. I am still watching the game, but I was watching ex-Leicester City, ex-Premier League striker Steve Claridge talking about betting problems that he had, and he talked about he sold his house behind his wife's back so that he could put money on a horse at the National or at Aintree or something that he was absolutely certain was going to win. And it was one of those bets where I think you get slightly increased odds with the bookie, but there's no refund if the horse doesn't run. It's like you put your bet on, you take your chance kind of thing, but you get better odds for doing it. No refunds. And he literally sold his house, packed his wife and kids off for a few weeks to the grandparents. And he was driving to training the morning of the race, and he was listening to the Racing Post, the radio, and it said something like that whatever this horse's name was, Chapelle de whatever, Chapelle de whatever is a non-runner in today's race. They've got a bleed from the nose, so it's looking like they're not going to... And this guy's put like £250,000 or whatever his house was worth at that time on this horse to run. Oh, and you think about stuff like that, like people who do that. I mean, they've got my eternal sympathy because, God, you must be in a place to be able to do that. Mad thing is, if you're a Premier League footballer, why are you whacking that much money on? I mean, maybe you don't get the same buzz from winning 30 quid if you've got a couple of mil in the bank. Who knows? And how much of that money you got left? What are the 7 grand? Nothing. The 7 grand that I won is gone. I spent it on a camera, on a fancy microphone, on a laptop, on lighting that makes me look uglier than it did, on a few, a little IKEA stand for my shirts, stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty much all gone. My God, Kieran, how much of that money was spent on food? Yeah, and a fair bit spent on food as well. Hey, and not just food for me. My missus, we both like going out and having a bit of food. It's my birthday this week as well, by the way. It's my birthday this week. So I'm going to go out again. I'm going to go and paint the town red. Don't know where we're going to go yet. FM No Casual, Steve Claridge was like that. Used to move around clubs all the time. Reckon he wanted signing on fees. Yeah, I mean, he was I can't remember who else he played for, Claridge. I remember him playing for Leicester. I think he played for Portsmouth. And I think he played for Derby. I don't know who else though, but he was a half decent striker. Did he play for Wolves as well? Sister Fister, not gone though. Can always sell it, which you won't, as I won't let you quit. To be fair, I think I'll get an awful lot less for it. I'll get scrap value for the camera. Oh, chance for Arsenal, edge of the area. Oh, shot on target, good save from Courtois. It was Thomas Partey. Drilled it low. Courtois, went through it. Put my teeth back in. Went through quite a few bodies. It was just low and hard from the edge of the area. Straight at Courtois, to be honest. Edward, he's 40 this week. Claridge can't be 40. Don't say that. He was playing when I was about... Oh, he was playing when I was about 5 or 6. I'm sure he was. He can't be 40. Surely he's 50. Millwall. I'm on about you. Oh, I'm not 40, you cheeky rat. I'm nowhere near 40. Sister Fister, what day? What day's your birthday? Friday. I'm 29. 29 again. Oh, there was a claim for handball there. Nah, you can't get handball for that. He smashed it at him from... No, don't say that. It's not a penalty. He smashes it at him from two yards out. That's not a pen. That's not a pen. If that's a pen, the game is done. The game is done. If that is a penalty, I'm sorry, that is mental. That is absolutely mental. You cannot give a penalty for that. He doesn't lift his hand up. He doesn't lift his hand up. His hand's by his side. You can't give a penalty for that. You cannot give a penalty for that. It's this far away and it's next to his body. If you give a penalty for that, the game is done. It is absolutely done. That is madness. Yeah, play on. Thank God for that. Some common sense left in the game. Jesus Christ. It's a corner to Real Madrid now, but that was a penalty check for Arsenal. Jesus. No, it was a penalty. I mean, if it's real, it has to be a pen. I mean, in fairness, I think if that was real, I'd probably say, no, maybe. You never know, maybe. Because it's Arsenal. That's never a pen. That's never a pen. Ball into the box from Real, corner. Swung out. Comes all the way back to Camavinga. Ethan, yo, I'm in Barca right now. Wow. Good lad. I didn't really like Barcelona as a city. Yeah, it was quite expensive. And the 2 times that I went, my mates got mugged both times. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh. Well, one was pickpocketed, one was actually mugged. Will Sings, who are playing well. I mean, it's 15 minutes in, Will. They're both playing just all right, I would say. They're both playing just all right. Arsenal have made some mistakes. Real have made some mistakes. Both could have punished them. Arsenal have had a shot on target. Real have had a shot on target. It's kind of much of a muchness up to this point. Edward, Kieran, I'm only 21 this year. I'll swap you if you want. Oh, gladly, mate. If I was 21 again, oh, I'd love that. Yeah. Gladly swap you at 21. If it's Real Madrid, they'd sue UEFA. I mean, if it's Real Madrid, I think, yeah, they just get the penalty, don't they? Got UEFA in the pockets. Ethan, for my water polo, representing the UK. Good lad. Good lad. Go and show him how it's done. Sister Fister, what can I ask? What's the biggest lesson you learnt in your... Bloody hell, now that's deep, innit? The biggest lesson I learned. I don't know if it's... I mean, I learned a lot of lessons, but I would say, certainly in business... But in life in general, I would say, don't expect that everyone has the same intentions and moral compass as you. It doesn't mean they're bad people, by the way. I stopped when bad things happen to me. I always, and maybe it's just my upbringing, I've always looked at it as, what could I have done? Even though it's not, like, maybe it wasn't really my fault, but what could I have done to prevent that happening? And a lot of the time, I tended to just land on the opinion of, that person's just not a nice person, and they're just not a nice person, I'm not going to associate myself with them. Which is a smart thing. If I'd have done that maybe more when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have got taken for the mug as often as I did. And I didn't get taken for a mug that often, but 2 or 3 times I did. Not by women or anything like that, just in business and jobs, I was always the hardest working, or I would like to think I was always the hardest working person in the room, and that sometimes got taken for granted, I thought. And that's why I left and set up my own business. but I would say that's one of my big things, is not assuming that everyone's kind of got your best interests at heart. A lot of the time, people are just out for number one. And I mean, I don't know. I still would never say that's... Who am I to judge other people, you know what I mean? But there's some people who'll do anything in life to get by, right? There's some people who will literally stamp on you to get ahead. That ain't me. I'll never ever do it. I'll never ever do anyone else down to get a few steps better. It's just not me. It's not in me. I've not got it in me. I was never raised like that. It's just not... I haven't got the capabilities to do that upstairs. I can't do it. So yeah, so there's some people who will though. And I tended to see the best in people, and I assumed that they would always, no one's going to screw you over. Surely they're not going to screw you over. They're not going to look to do that actively to try and, hurt you so they can get ahead. But they do, sadly. And the real trick, actually, the bigger lesson in that is, when that happens to you in life, and it will, you'll get burnt. The big lesson is, don't let it colour what happens going forward. Don't let other people make you distrust everyone else. Like, I've been burnt a lot of times, but I still go out there and I still, try and treat everyone as if they're not absolute scumbags. Do you know what I mean? So try and live your life in a way that you're not just looking out for everyone who's trying to mug you off, because then you'll be nasty to people. Most people are just nice trying to get by, but you'll meet the odd knobhead who'll, do anything to get ahead. Sister Fister, you don't need a big circle of friends. Ooh, just wide there by Vinny. I would agree with that. Do you know what? I'd agree with that. But you do need, if you don't have a big circle of friends, you need either a very good family or a very good partner, whether that's your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, whatever you want. I've had some good friends over the years, but now I just have a lot of acquaintances. And a wonderful kind of 4 or 5 people around me, my family, my brother, my wife, people who I trust implicitly. And as long as you've got them, as long as you've got a core of that, you don't really need any friends. You really don't need any friends. But you should always have some, don't get me wrong. I keep in touch with pretty much everyone that I've worked with over the years. The nice people. Sister Fister, don't answer to anyone. Grew up in the UK, moved to Europe. No one knows me here. Nice. Reese, I learnt that people don't like being told about themselves and their behaviour. Yeah, I mean, look, no one likes being criticised, I guess. But it's how you deliver criticism. And as you get older, you learn to take criticism well as well. As you get to know yourself a bit, you understand that you're nowhere near ever going to be perfect. You've got so much to learn. So much you can get better at. And it's fun. That's the fun bit about life, isn't it? That's the fun bit about life. What if you could go back and... Hang on a minute, Sister Vista, can I give you another suggestion for streams? Yeah, go on. Give me some suggestions for streams. Is it don't derail a football stream with talk about life? Because that's another one I would say we need to keep on the lid of. We have to keep watching the game. We did that last night with Leicester and Newcastle, didn't we? We ended up talking about all sorts other than the game. But there is a lot. I mean, there isn't an awful lot going on in the last 10 minutes. There's not really been much. It's just been a lot of pass percentage football. FM No Casuals never ever back Saka in a big match. You said it, mate. You said it. Oh, they're in again, Real Madrid. They're in again. If you can get this right, he's offside, Mbappe. He's one-on-one here, and he's just put it over the bar. Sister Fister, got a stats thingy up on the screen beside you. Look at Goldbridge or Anfield Agenda for ideas. The stats thing, so you can get a real-time... There's a company, as I said, mate, you can get a real-time stats thing alongside the scoreboard. But the only ones I've found, the only companies I've found that will do it, or plugins that I could use, cost hundreds of pounds a month. And I just haven't got it. I just haven't got it. Unless I win a big bet. Unless I win a big bet tonight, maybe I'll buy, I'll do something like that. But up to this point, I have 0 pennies. Oh, Timber's down. Timber's down, and he might need some treatment. He might even need to go off here. This ain't good. But I agree with you, by the way. I do need some stats on the screen, and that is the next step. Arthur, good to see you, mate. How's the game been? It's been a bit bitty. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. Maybe I should explain myself better. Bitty in the sense that neither team's really seizing their opportunity. It's been heavy kind of pass around the back. Couple of half chances where Arsenal have maybe lost possession. Real Madrid have counter-attacked. Timber's currently limping. He doesn't look right. That'd be a big loss for Arsenal at the back. Arsenal have had a couple of shots. Nothing really major. They've had one appeal for a penalty, which I can't believe the VAR check even considered. It was a mental check for a penalty. It was never a penalty. And it got dismissed anyway after too long. Real Madrid have had a couple of counter-attacks. They've had a couple where they've hit it just wide. And we're, 20... I mean, Christ, I think my scoreboard's gone. I've took it off, haven't I? What a numpty. What are we on? 26 minutes in. Yeah, so it's been alright. It's been an okay game so far, but... Sister Fister, let's be honest, if you as Madrid, you just don't want to concede. They will finish them in Madrid. Well, that used to be the way when away goals counted double, I think when you was... Although, no, that wouldn't make sense, would it? If you're Real Madrid, it used to be... Oh, Saka with a ball in, good block. Yeah, if in the Champions League, it used to be that when you'd go away first leg... You'd always try and keep a clean sheet or nick a goal. You'd always try and nick that away goal. That was massive. I think you're right. For this one, if Real Madrid can somehow manage to keep the game level, they'll do them in the Bernabeu. But I still think they come away with a win here. I do. I think Mbappe's got a bit of genius in him. Not there, he didn't. FM No Casuals. Yeah, but if Real Madrid score, it's tie over. Yeah. Let's me rephrase. Madrid will leave here 0-0 happy. Arsenal will leave here scared. That's fair. Yeah. I think that's fair. But do you know what? I mean, Paul Merson said, didn't he? He said, I talked about it earlier in the stream, that Paul Merson said Arsenal needed to win this game by 2 or more goals to have a real chance of going through. I'm not sure that's the case. I think if they go to Madrid level, the tie will still be heavily in Madrid's favour. But in a one-off game, in the right environment, with the right setup, Arsenal could get something at the Bernabeu. Other teams have. Christ, I mean, Valencia beat Real Madrid the other day. I know it wasn't at the Bernabeu, but Valencia beat Real Madrid the other day. They can be done in a one-off game. It's just rare over 2 legs that you get the better of them. So, Arthur, quite glad away goals don't count because it kind of prevented the drama of a penalty shootout. It certainly does, yeah. But I think, like Liverpool and PSG, that's fine because it was exactly the same scoreline. But I didn't like the fact that was separated by penalties, and I think there's a lot of games that have I think the away goal made it more interesting, personally. I think it actually encouraged more goals. I'd love to see the stats on it, and maybe I'm wrong, but my gut instinct tells me that Champions League football, has seen fewer goals in the knockout stages than when there was away goals. And it was always like that jeopardy of like if you scored an away goal in a Champions League knockout tie, it was massive. It wasn't just one goal. It didn't matter. Even if you were losing 2-0 away in the first leg and you got an away goal to make it 2-1, you're still 2-1 down. You'd look at it and go, yeah, get in. What's massive? That's huge. I just think that's a really big thing in football. I love that about the Champions League. It made it more interesting. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing. It's made football even more defensive. Yeah, you're probably right about that, mate. Sister Fister, what if you could go back and tell your younger self something? What would you say? Probably back Leicester. Back Leicester to win the league in 2015-16. Stick a few £100 on that. No, do you know what I probably would do? Seriously, I think I've probably prioritised work over my health for a number of years. For 10, 15 years, I've prioritised work over my health. Trying to build businesses, trying to build companies for other people as well to profit from. Not that I'm at all bitter, but yeah, I always would be the one who'd stay late, stay after hours, and that's never good. Get up early, get in the office early, that sort of thing. You know, travelling to London. There was a time where I was genuinely travelling from where I live in the northwest to London 3-4 days a week and back in the same day, because my boss didn't want to pay the money to stay overnight in a hotel and didn't want to pay for trains because it was too expensive. So I would drive down. I would get up at 3-4 in the morning. Chance for Real Madrid here. Mbappe, good save. First big chance of the game, that. Yeah, really big chance, that. Probably should maybe not score. He was a little bit wide, but it's a shot. It's a big chance. And Arsenal come back on the counter. Ooh, Courtois comes out and claims. Thanks for the follow. Who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan. But I watch all games, support all Premier League. Oh, they're in again! Oh, that was a good tackle. Real Madrid are flying here. Big chance if they get it right. Mbappe, shot. No, gets it wrong. They're in the box. Can they get it right here? Corner to Real Madrid. Sister Vista just subbed to you, mate. Gotta say, you are top G. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a lovely early birthday present. You've made my night. Edward, you better being on time than late. But I was always in early. I was nearly always anyway. I tended to realise towards the end that it wasn't getting appreciated. It didn't really make a difference whether I was in early or in late anyway. But I'd always get more done. As I said, get up early, travel to London, get to London for about 7 o'clock, park up in Hounslow, get the tube from Hounslow east into central London, do a full day of meetings, and then get the tube back out to Hounslow East at maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock, drive back home, get home for 11 o'clock, sometimes midnight. A proper day, never really got any sleep, and for someone who has epilepsy, that is bad, trust me, and it definitely affected me. So yeah, that's probably one thing I would say. Don't make sure that whatever you do is being appreciated, and make sure you get value. Don't underestimate yourself and don't undervalue yourself. When did you leave your job, if you don't mind me asking? When did I leave my job? Last year. to do this. Like this time last year, roughly. I decided that I wanted to commit to doing this. And yeah, it's just one of them things. Sister Fister, I have epilepsy. Do you really? There you go. I haven't had a seizure in about 6 years now, but was bad for a few years. Basically the same. Yeah, I mean, I've had what they'd consider to be like seizure activity, but yeah, not a major grand mal for many years. But it's bad. It is bad. You have so many. Epilepsy is one of them things, I think, for me anyway, where the medication's probably worse than the actual epilepsy in a lot of cases. Not for some people. Some people have like 50, 60 seizures a day and it's terrible. I'm probably lucky in that I only have... I've only had maybe 5 or 6 in my life, but yeah, the bad ones. The bad ones. Right, let me go and crank the window because I am boiling in here. Mbappe's just kicked out on Marino there. Ref didn't see it. Ref's not giving anything. Sister felt like falling asleep, woke up in an ambulance. Wowzers. I only got an ambulance in my first one. Every other one I've just kind of passed out and woke up. Although the last one I did stop breathing. My wife was terrified. Absolutely terrified. Genuinely thought I was going to be dying. Apparently I went all grey and like literally stopped breathing. So... It's it's bad. If I haven't, I mean, I've kind of made my peace with it that at some point that's probably what will take me. Hopefully I've got a few more years in me left. Yeah, not to make this all morbid. I'm sure I'd like to see my little girl grow up and all that, but hey, hopefully it doesn't happen on a stream. Hopefully you guys don't witness it. But there you go. I just have a feeling of ants running in my lips, so I always knew when I was about to have one. See, I don't get any warning signs, really. I don't tend to get any warning signs. Or at least I've not. I sometimes get, like, hot, which I am now, to be honest. But that's just because it's fucking boiling in here. Just so you know, I'll start gifting roses if it happens. Oh, thanks, Mum. Thanks. I appreciate that. If it ever does happen, if all of a sudden I just drop to the floor, I don't know what we'll say, but yeah, if you start gifting me rapidly, that'd be great. I'll gift a galaxy. God, don't say that. I don't like the idea of having to have a seizure for gifts. I can't even mention that phrase. I'm not mentioning that phrase on lives, the G word, because I am telling you that is the reason that TikTok have shadow banned me. We have 10 people in the live on TikTok. 10 people. And those 10 people, love you to bits, by the way. Thank you for staying. Thank you for sticking around. But you and I both know that number is normally, normally at least another digit on that. Whether it be 100, 200, 500. Oh, straight across the face of goal. Oh, Arsenal had a big chance there. Whoo, very nearly. Very, very nearly. Why does my clock keep stopping? Saka just shot it across the face of goal there. Big chance for Arsenal. Arthur, I'm lucky I've got minor hay fever and asthma, and I think I have ADHD. My missus thinks she's got that. Not, well, all of them 3 actually, but I think she actually does have asthma and hay fever. But ADHD, I don't know, I think she just suspects she's got it. There seems to be a wave on TikTok lately of people self-diagnosing as ADHD. And I'm not saying you've not, I'm not saying she's not, but there's certainly a wave of it. Reece, that's why we need a striker. Oh my goodness, yeah, that was a big opportunity. Sister Fish, I'll message you something after the stream if it's okay. Yeah, of course you can, mate. Message me anytime. Message me anytime. Edward, 1-0 Inter. Ooh, big goal. That then, Lautaro Martinez. Arteta is a world-class manager. Apparently, if he needed one, he would buy. He's already bought two, and he now decides he needs another one. Edward, I have ADHD. Do you really? Again, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not an ADHD disbeliever, by the way. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying. My wife is one of those people. She's a wonderful woman, by the way. I love her to bits. But she's one of those people who will read something and think, oh, that's me, that. I've got that. And, yeah. She does. I think she does think she's got... She gets a lot of things where she thinks she's I've got this. And I'm like, what are you on about? No, you've not. You're fine. I was diagnosed at 5 with it. Interesting. I'll be honest, mate. I don't know enough about it to have a view on it. I just know bits, but I would definitely file myself as kind of uneducated on the subject. I know bits, but certainly not enough to have an informed conversation about it. Arteta better than Pep. 700 million spent, charity trophies won. It's certainly overdiagnosed. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. But it's one of them things, isn't it? That I am not saying in any way, shape or form that I am educated on the subject. Chance here for Arsenal. Saka. Oh, and again, it's straight across the face of goal. Arsenal are creating chances here. 40 minutes in. Yeah, I don't know an awful lot on it. I wouldn't profess that I do, but it does appear to be one of those things where it's on a spectrum, and you can, some people definitely, yeah, you could understand why that diagnosis has been made. Some people, it's maybe a little bit more of a tenuous link. So yeah, everyone's different. I couldn't say either way. I'm on medication for it, love it and hate having it. My mum does think more than just ADHD though. Okay. I mean, look, there's swings and benefits, swings and roundabouts, or pros and cons to a lot of things. Even epilepsy. I would like to think there are certain benefits to epilepsy. There's a lot of bad sides to epilepsy. There's certainly a lot of good bits as well. I think there's some pros. Although one of the negatives is annoyingly that all football clubs, bar Liverpool, thankfully, all football clubs seem to have started doing light shows before games, which is really annoying. So, yeah, it's kind of precluded me from attending football games in future. Arthur, you need someone like Tuchel, Pep, or Ancelotti to have a motivated halftime talk, not company. Yeah, company's team talks are a bit all over the place, aren't they? Reece should be 2-0, oh my Christ. He sounded like Pam then off Gavin and Stacey. Oh my Christ. Say something about it. Is Arteta better than Pep? Surely not, surely. No. Arteta's nowhere near as good as Pep. Will never be. Even if he goes on a massive winning run, he'll never be as good as Pep. If you met me in person within 1 minute you'd think I'm getting on your nerves and just want me to stop. Bloody hell, mate, I wouldn't say that. Thank God. You're Kieran, right? I am, yes, mate. Arthur, company is just too calm, I think. I mean, a lot of his team talks don't appear to be calm. Yeah, a lot of his team talks don't appear to be calm. They seem to be quite shouty, if anything. But then Craig Bellamy was assistant manager to company at Burnley and Anderlecht, and I think with the Belgium national side as well. And he was saying last night on Monday Night Football that company is actually an incredibly calm individual and a really, I don't know, kind of exudes confidence, which, I can understand. He does look that he has a level of an aura about him, doesn't he? But yeah, his team talks, the behind closed doors team talks that I've seen have all been quite shouty. Company went from Burnley to Bayern. How? He did all right. He did all right at Burnley, didn't he? In terms of playing style, probably not all right in terms of in the Premier League, but they did well in the Championship. And then he went to Belgium and did okay as well. Before that. How he got that job, I'll never know. I think it's just there's some players. I mean, very few top players go on to be top managers. But when you get a top player who's been at the very, very highest level and kind of commands respect from the players because he's lived that life, it's different to like Arne Slot, for example. Oh, it's a big chance. Oh, it's 2. Arsenal really should be a goal up here. They really should. Courtois. I love Alisson Becker. I love Alisson Becker. And I've always said he's the best goalkeeper in the world. He's not. Thibaut Courtois. That guy broke my heart in Paris. Saved, honestly, the saves I have seen Courtois pull off. I mean, Alisson he's still world class, and I don't think there's much in it between Alisson and Courtois and Neuer, Buffon, Van der Sar, lots of good goalkeepers, but they are my top 5. Courtois is sensational, such a good goalie. Sister Vista, how did you meet your missus? How did I meet my missus? I worked with her, yeah. Which is kind of often the way, isn't it? Did this actually go in it? Did it post? Oh, he saved it again. Yeah, I worked with her. She was at a company that I was at, and yeah, she actually left the company before we started dating, but that's how I initially met her. Funny story, actually. I'll tell you a funny story. I mean, just why the game's nearly at half time. Arsenal are in again here. She defo thought, oh yeah, he's well fit. She definitely didn't. I think she thought more, he's a nice fella. Maybe that. And I had a fair bit of cash back then. I didn't have cash. I don't have much cash now. Skint now, but I had quite a bit of cash back then. When I met her, I actually had a girlfriend who I'd been with for quite a few years. And I just booked to take us to the Maldives. My ex-missus, her dream holiday, her dream destination was the Maldives. And I surprised her with this holiday. The year before, I'd taken her to New York as a surprise. So that's the kind of money I was earning at 24. I was doing really well in sales. Surprised her with a 5-day trip to New York. That was her Christmas present. And 6-7 months later, surprised her with a trip to the Maldives. And when I told her, I was like, here, your birthday, got your trip to the Maldives, we're going to the Maldives. About a week later, we split up. And she split up with me. Would you believe that? She split up with me. I was with her for about 5-6 years. And I booked the Maldives, told her, listen, we're going to go to the Maldives, we're going to go and have this lovely holiday. And yeah, she ended it, and I was gobsmacked, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I've got this trip to the Maldives booked, this like wonderful. I wasn't going to propose or anything, but I mean, if you was going to propose, that was the place to do it. Like, it was super, it was like a postcard. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been. Like, literally, if you've ever seen the film Couples Retreat, that was filmed in Bora Bora, but it was like that. It was unbelievable. And I had this holiday booked. And I remember going into to work, and everyone was like, you know, Key's got this holiday booked to the Maldives, and he's got his missus. He's got no one to take with him, and like there was kind of a. I mean, it was always a joke. There was no way I was ever gonna do it. But there was always a joke, like girls in the office going like, "Oh yeah, hey, I'll come with you. I'll come with you. Come on, I'll come." But how awkward would that have been? Um, so, and my missus was one of the ones kind of making that joke. But it was always just like in jest. Anyway, she left that job, and I ended up taking my big brother. I ended up taking my big brother to this honeymoon island. So he got a free trip to the Maldives, my big brother. The maddest holiday you can ever imagine. It was so much fun. But anyway, so while I was out kind of on this beautiful sandy white beach, I'm sat on Facebook, scrolling. And oh, my missus is online. Well, my current wife of 10 years, she's online. Sends her a message. How you doing? Oh yeah, I'm bored on this island. The island itself was only about as big as Tesco. Like it's tiny. You could walk round the full thing in like 40 minutes. There was 5 or 6 restaurants on it, but it was quite secluded. There was the main thing you could do there was like diving with whale sharks and swimming with dolphins and maybe, you know, jet skis and parachuting, paragliding, all that sort of stuff, parasailing. But yeah, so I ended up messaging my current wife on the holiday that I should have been on with my ex, while my brother was there with me, getting like massages and stuff. He was loving life. And then yeah, we just got talking. And when I got back, I said, "Are you gonna let me take you out?" And we went out. We ended up going for a date, and yeah, we never looked back. 11 years, 11 and a bit years. Long time. Kane talks football. Hang on a second, let me go back up. Saw the Rolex. I've never had a Rolex. I've never had that much money. Thoughts, Kieran? I think Arsenal definitely should be at least one up, Kane. Definitely. Prem Dad was making bank at 23, 24. Yeah, but not now. Prem Dad, who was the better team in that first half? Almost certainly Arsenal. Yeah. I don't think Arsenal have been terrific, by the way, but they've had enough chances. They should have put one away. Saka's been the best. Half-time, Bayern and Inter, yet 1-0. Edward, why did you split up? It's a long story. Probably not for here, but I'd split up with her about 2 months ago. 2 months prior, I'd split up with her because I didn't like some of the things that she was doing. I won't say what that thing is, but I have very strong views about certain things, and I didn't like a girl that I was in a relationship with doing those things. So I said, you can assume what that is, but I said, absolutely not. I'm not happy. Broke up with her. We got back together, stupidly. I stupidly threw money at the problem, thinking, do you know what we need? We need a bit of a break, us. We need a breakaway. We need to get away from all this. That's what'll get us straight. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put $8,000 towards a holiday in the Maldives because she'll love that. And it was such a bad idea. And I did it, and yeah, she kind of said, "Oh, that's amazing." She did get all excited, and then I don't know what, maybe a week or two later, she was just like, "Yeah, I don't think it's right. I can't go." She might have cheated on me. I don't know. I don't know if she did, but maybe it was guilt. I don't know. But we never got back together after that. Although she did message me about 3 or 4 months later and said, "What are you up to?" And I was like, I'm with my now wife. I've moved on. So yeah, it was just one of them. But I don't like the whole bouncing back and forth in a relationship, out of relationship, on a break, blah blah blah. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If you're not, you're not. There was a VAR check, Maldives, play on. Yeah, pretty much. Seen your Chelsea video, another example of Sky 6 protection. Yeah, well, I don't know about that, mate. I think Chelsea are a different entity, to be honest. They just kind of have a different rule to everyone else, don't they? Sister Fister, see, that's why I really like you. You're smart. You buy Christmas and birthday gifts that you enjoy. You benefit from the gift too. Well, to be honest, it's just extravagant. Do you know what it is? It's not actually through me and like selfishness. I'm just a bad gift buyer in general. My approach to buying gifts for people has often been, what would that person like? I don't know. I don't know what they'd like. So where normal people have kind of like a budget and they'll go, oh yeah, do you know what, I'll just end up getting, I'll get, like me dad, right? My dad is the worst person in the world to buy. You might be watching this stream. My dad is the worst person in the world to buy gifts for because he's a lovely, lovely person. He's the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life. And I could hand my dad on Christmas Day a box with roadkill in it and he would go, do you know what? That is just what I needed. That's perfect. Thank you. Oh, I'll cherish this forever. It's so good. And he'll make a really big deal out of it. He's just that guy. He's so cool, my dad. And so because I never know what to buy people, I just tend to throw money at the problem. So everyone gets typically quite extravagant gifts from me. And I am more than happy with a Lynx Africa set and some socks. And that's usually how Christmases and birthdays go down with me. Everyone else gets spoiled. And I'm fine with that, actually, because I think the gift giving is actually the better part of Christmas and birthdays. For me, anyway. You defo sang... What's that? You defo sang to her, my money don't dribble the photos I like to... That's why she left you. Chelsea allowed to sell themselves. We got investigate for seeking. St Maximan for 25 million. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. Right. Let me nip the loo. I'll be back in 1 second before the second half starts. First date, Madagascar. 11 years married. Our Prem Dad is making food banks. One of my ex-girlfriends wanted to have our first date in a Waitrose cafe. Bloody hell. Kieran gets spoiled when it comes to food. Kane, come on. Stop throwing them out digs like that, left, right and centre. That's such a sly dig. But I do get spoiled when it comes to food, absolutely. Oh, this game. Come on. Let's have a bit more. Let's have something. Let's have some sort of a goal. I need a goal in the game, definitely. My ex and my only girlfriend lied about being pregnant. I told her to do one. I think that was a smart move, mate. Wife puts all the extra Christmas food on cream and spray. I don't really like Christmas food. Don't really love it. I tend to... Everyone else has bigger plates than me at Christmas, would you believe? Eugene then tried to ban assistant managers because Klopp didn't like Tyndall. It's not that Klopp didn't like Tyndall. No one likes Tyndall. Nobody likes Tyndall. My first date was chips in the cold now. So I have a baby and are engaged. Nice. Nice. That's what you want. That's what you want. I'm shattered already. This game's not been great, has it? This game has not been great tonight. Right. I love Tyndall. I hate him. I absolutely hate him. Same as Arsenal's set-piece coach. Oh, it's just so blag. Let me go to the loo. Carries on with what he was doing. I know, I don't want to... I am going to have to go to the loo before the second half starts. Let me go. Let me go and sort myself. Oh, don't worry, it's not a 2. That'd be rude. Just disappear for like 10 minutes of the second half. Right. Don't leave like I hate our manager. Howe and Tyndall are literally equals. I mean, they're not. No, they're really not. You should sellotape a bottle under the desk. He's a way to get food, really. Lads, listen, yous are some of my nicest followers, right? You watch me and look after me and support me, and, you know, I'm not going to say the phrase I said last night, lift me up. If you're throwing them digs, everyone else is going to start throwing them digs, right? It's all right with your mates stand up. If everyone else starts saying it, that's not cool. I don't want a live where everyone's throwing the fat jokes in. Kieran's Xmas dinner's 4 Big Macs, 2 boxes, 20 nuggets, 3 large fries and a shake. Lad, chill. Your manager's completely lost the plot. Lift you up, Mark Henry. Listen, Mark, it's just banter. Listen, it's banter once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Not every live. Not every live. He's not fat, though. I am fat. I am fat. I am definitely fat. But I don't care. I'm past. I do care. I'm working on it. I'm down 3 stone. You know, it's all good. I am working on it. It's taking its time, but I ate myself into this problem. I'll walk my way out. It's fine. I'll get there. I might keel over and have a stroke on the way, but I'll get there. He's on a seafood diet. He sees food and he eats it. Yeah, the classic one. He's just a chill guy. I just think Tyndall's, again, just attention seeking a little bit. Who was it who got that header? They have had a couple of chances, Arsenal. I really, really don't want them going through. I need a Real Madrid goal in this. Preferably first. Cesc Fabregas in the tunnel. I actually love you, Kieran. All jokes aside, just a bit of fun. Hey, mate, listen, I know. I know. I can take a dig, don't worry. I can take more than one dig. If Arsenal win the Champions League, I'll swap to rugby. Yeah, you and me. Listen, if Arsenal win the Champions League, everyone's deleting the social media for about 3 months. Maybe longer. No one wants to hear Arsenal have won the Champions League. Go to the loo. Shit, yeah, I forgot about that. At least other creators aren't making videos on you. Well, give it time. If you keep throwing out the fat jokes, they will do. If you keep knocking out Mark Henry jokes, how long will it be? I'm not as famous as you. Yet. In time, maybe I will be, but when I get there, I'll start getting... And what will they pick on? You know, is it John Joe Shelby? Is it the fat jokes? What will it be? The white Mark Henry. Diego Maradona. That's harsh, Callum, but I quite like it. Might even be epilepsy gags, you never know. No way, I had to remind you to piss. Right, I've got to go. It's going to be kick off in a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going. I'll be back in a sec. Right, we're back. I am Steve. Who's Steve? Oh, my viewers have gone down from 10 to 5 just while I went and had a piss. That's no good. It's a meme going round. Right, come on, I'm going to turn the old volume up. That's fine. That's fine. Virgil one bite. Better. Getting there. Better. Do you know what's mad? Where's the wife? Is she working? She is, mate, yeah. Yeah, she's working. She's doing this. Not Premier League mum. But she's doing TikTok and stuff like that. The goal being that we create some sort of a digital income that will enable us to move away in years to come. She's working on Only Dans. Absolutely not. No. Hey, more power to the women that do, but no wife of mine. Here's Arsenal. Pulled it in. Oh, chance. Unlucky. Played away. She is not. Oh, there you go. She's just made herself known. That's my wife right there, guys. Just FYI. I can't say anything bad about her. I mean, in fairness, I've actually been very, very nice about her. I've been very, very nice about her. Right, let me start the second half stream again. I pay €12 a month, so 11 quid, all normal channels, all Prem and Champions League games. That's mint. See, I might move to... Is it Slovakia you're from? Slovakia's cool. This is what I want to do. I want to go and move to somewhere on the continent. That's where we're looking at. Maybe not Slovakia, but we'd love to. In an ideal world. We all love you, Prem Mum. She's a nice lady. Too nice for me, many might say. For Virgil one bite. Alan Shearer on co-coms. He never did too much in the Champions League, Alan Shearer. Jem, get out me stream. Get out me stream. This is football chat. For the lads. You're absolutely losing me cool points here. Prem Mum, I feel sorry for you having put up with it. Oh, excuse me. You should make a get ready with Kieran page. I think that wouldn't do anywhere near as well as hers. I'd probably get more weirdos messaging me. Although she does get a fair few weirdos messaging her, to be honest. Get ready with Kieran. Oh my goodness. She only came in to say hello. She didn't actually. She's probably watching with me little girl. Because sometimes she'll say, "Where's Daddy?" before bed. And then she'll put the stream on. If I'm watching a game, she'll put the stream on. So she can see me before. But I've already given her a kiss and seen her before the game kicked off. But she can watch me a little bit before bed and then she'll go to bed. Real Madrid here on the counter. When you went to the Maldives with your brother, did they think you got... Oh, yes. Absolutely they did, yeah. Yeah. The hotel manager, Mamoon, looked at our passports and he was like, "Oh, Mr... I'll not tell you my surname, but Mr. Smith." "Oh, yes, Kieran Smith. And your passport?" "Oh, yeah, Smith." Looked at us like we were fresh from the civil ceremony. And, yeah, the Maldives has different views on that. So, we thought we might have... we thought we might have 40 lashes on arrival. Honestly, we but it was all fine. It was all good. We kind of explained the situation. They took pity on us, actually, and they had a little bit of a laugh as well because the maids kept making our bed with like rose petals and Mbappe into the side netting. Rose petals and like the towel made into like a duck and stuff, but like put it in a love heart and all sorts. They used to do that for our room. But I got the nice big double bed and I said, "Listen, you've got a free holiday, you can get on the couch." And he was like, "I'm fine." You know, so he slept on the it was more like a sofa bed, very nice sofa bed for the week and a half or whatever it was that we were there. Read YouTube. Let's have a look at what you've put on YouTube. Kieran, here's one. Beanbag with arms and legs. That's you. Nice, mate. Probably the only person on the planet to go to the Maldives with your brother, though. Well, I very nearly took my mum. But I realised that was not the holiday that I needed. Like... I was a little bit down about the breakup of my 5-6 year relationship. And my mum was like, "Oh, it's alright, I'll come with you, we'll have a lovely time." And my mum, of all people, deserved that holiday. And what I would have probably done in hindsight is just change the name and sent my mum and my dad on it, like, free holiday, you guys just go. But they wanted... Because it was a flight from Manchester to Dubai. Oh, sorry, Manchester to Abu Dhabi, then Abu Dhabi to the capital of the Maldives, Male, and then a seaplane from Male to our island, which was called Didufinolu. You had to change the name on every one of those 3 flights, and that cost me, just for changing the name, an extra 1,200 quid. From my ex to my brother. So it would have cost me the best part of £2,500 to change it from my mum and my dad. And I just went, "Nah, I don't want it. I am not doing that." So I've already lost enough money on this holiday. So, yeah, my brother got a lovely £6,000 holiday, £7,000 holiday to the Maldives. While everyone is here, make sure to drop me a follow. No, definitely not. I've done promoting your channel now. You've had enough out of me while you're dropping the Mark Henry gags. Love you too. Take us all to the Maldives. Listen, if I make enough money, I don't mind doing a little... We'll do a members-only trip. Why not? A holiday with your brother must have helped you get through it, though. And my brother's... Oh, there's a card out. There's a yellow card for Thomas Partey. He's just clattered Camavinga. Yeah, my brother's probably worse. Well, a lot worse, actually. Not probably worse. A lot worse than you guys in terms of the banter. So he had no sympathy for... There was no like, "Oh, it's sad, you know, you've broke up with your missus of 5-6... There's none of that. We're going to the Maldives, mate. We're gonna have a great time. Like, shut up. The World Cup final was on. That's what we watched. There was a monsoon in the Maldives, and me and my brother were sat watching Mario Götze score the World Cup, the final, the winner in the World Cup final Germany against, was it Argentina? Was it Germany, Argentina? It was. Mario Götze scoring the winner. That was when we went. Is he younger or older? Guessing older. Yeah, he's 6 years older than me. So he's in his 40s now. Should treat your wonderful wife to a Maldives holiday. I can't treat her to a Centre Park. I mean, Centre Parks is expensive, to be fair. Can't treat her to a Butlins holiday at the minute. You need pennies. Need pennies for the Maldives. But exactly that is what helped. Didn't even think about her, maybe. Oh, no, I didn't. And I haven't since, really. Genuinely, I couldn't tell you. If you said, you know, £1 million, listen to 3 voices, one of them is your ex, I genuinely couldn't pick her voice out of a lineup. And I went to New York with her. I went all over the world with her. I was with her for 5-6 years. I can't really even, unless I saw a picture of her, I can't really even picture her face. And she was a big part of my life. But my wife is just, I don't know, it just changes. Maybe, I don't know how old you are, but you have relationships and you just, yeah, it just goes. You just don't have that anymore. Everything happens for a reason, mate. Absolutely. Absolutely. You make the best of what you've got. That's all you can do. But yeah, at the time it was a bit grim. But at the time I also kind of felt, look, I mean, if I'm gonna be a bit miserable and a bit morbid, there's not really many better places to go than to one of the nicest places in the world. I just probably wouldn't have took my brother in hindsight. But the gap between us breaking up and us flying was literally about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I like, there was jokes in the office, as I said, about, ooh, you know, you really should take one of the girls, there's loads of girls here who'll go with you. Which is creepy as, really. And given that one of the girls in the office at the time has subsequently become my wife of 10 plus years, 11 years, we do have that conversation a few times, like, wonder what would have happened if we'd have said, like, do you fancy coming? And you'd have gone, yeah, even though we weren't together. We'd never even been on a date at that point, but it's a free holiday, do you want to come? I wonder if we'd have carried on and had our little girl and all that sort of thing. I'm 23, came to Slovakia for 2 weeks holiday, met a girl 2 days before my flight, been here 6 years. Nice, I like that story. I lost my stepdad while going through my breakup. Bloody hell, mate. Rough times. Sister, how'd you get your name? I'm curious. I was thinking that, but I didn't want to ask. Edward, so you got married at 31. Yeah, there or thereabouts. Oh my goodness me. Declan Rice has just smashed it in from a free kick. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Oh, grim. Let's have a look. Does this take a deflection or something? Because I've been heavily praising Thibaut Courtois, and I don't know if he should be getting beat here. I don't think he should be getting beat here. Let me watch this back. Let's watch this back. Rice, right foot. No, it's a great free kick. It's a great free kick. I got it all wrong. It's a fabulous free kick. Plenty of bend on it. Wonderful goal. Fully deserved. And Arsenal do deserve it. They do deserve it. They've been the better team tonight. Real Madrid have not showed up. Oh. Right. Come on, Real Madrid. This is moody. This is absolutely grim. I am not watching Arsenal beat these. Come on. Do something, Jude. Do something. Is your daughter into football? Not really, mate, no. She's still only young. I'm having a great time. Yeah, I bet you are. No, this is better. Let them lose in the final will be funnier. It would be so Arsenal, wouldn't it, to beat Real Madrid and then maybe beat Barca or Bayern or someone massive, get all the way to the final and lose to, like... Yeah, just... it'd be so grim. So grim. Lose to Aston Villa in the final. Can you imagine that? Imagine if it's an Arsenal-Aston Villa final and Villa win. Oh, that'd be well funny. That would be hilarious. Although that can't happen because they're on the same side, aren't they? They aren't winning the Champions League. Simple as that, really. I don't know, mate. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. They have been a better side and not won the... There's probably been times where Arsenal have been the best side in Europe. Not many, but there have been, going back to when they had Henry and whatever they were one of. Certainly one of. And they didn't win it. I mean, the Galacticos, you know, Ronaldo didn't win it. So, there's sometimes where they have been the best and haven't won it. And then there's times where the worst, maybe not the worst team in Europe, but certainly not the best, has won it. A la Liverpool, a la Chelsea a few years ago. Oh, free kick, shot on target. Right, well, we're okay. We're on for the shots on target. That's good. That is good. Real Madrid have had a shot on target. Arsenal have had a shot on target. That is good. I now just need Real Madrid to equalise. A Real Madrid equaliser in the next few minutes suits me down to the ground. FM No Casuals, I'd pay money for that to happen. Yeah, I would love it. I would absolutely love it if Arsenal went out. But I kind of just want them to go out against Madrid. Just so it's like, shut up, you're not even that good. Like, if they beat Madrid, the delusions of grandeur that team, that club, that fan base has will just increase. They genuinely do think, don't they, that they're up there with the very, very best. And Real Madrid have been poor tonight, but they're a level or two above this Arsenal side. That is horrendous from Madrid. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. Edward, what's for dinner, Kieran? I haven't even had dinner. I haven't had dinner. I tell you, I had a Nando's for lunch. All I had was the thighs, though, the boneless thighs, and some halloumi sticks with some chili jam. Beautiful. Nicholas Jova, my goat. If no salad doesn't win by $1 this year, I don't know anymore. I don't think he will. Even though he's been incredible, he won't win it. The winner will be will come from whoever wins the Champions League. Maybe Kane if Bayern do it. I mean, I can't. If Arsenal win it, then nobody there is winning Ballon d'Or. So then it might go to an Mbappe, a Vinny, a Salah. Edward, how much do you get if this is a draw? If this is a draw now, because they've both had shots on target, have they both been booked as well? Because I think I did that as well. I think I had both teams to get a card. Only parties had a card, so I need Real Madrid to get a card. Right, if Real Madrid get a card, I need Real Madrid to get a card, and I need Real Madrid to score in the next 30 minutes, and I win about 120 quid. Madrid will cook something up now, don't worry. I hope so. Bro says he has no money and goes to Nando's for lunch. Listen, that was because I had a red reward. And it was only me. You know, if you're going for a few of you, Nando's racks up. You know, 2 of you at Nando's is probably 40, 50 quid. But it's only 20 quid. And if you've got a red reward, red reward, then it only cost me a tenner. Declan Rice is going to win the Ballon d'Or after that free kick. Reece, wind your neck in. It wasn't even that good. It was good, really. It was really good. Really, really good. Stop. You said Arteta's better than Pep. Listen, let him have his minute. Let him have his minute. Real Madrid are playing so bad. They ain't scoring tonight. I'm telling. I might even cash out. Real Madrid are not scoring tonight, and it's nothing to do with how well Arsenal are defending. I have never seen a Real Madrid side pass so poorly and give the ball away so poorly. I kind of understand why they want Trent now. They've got no cutting edge. None. They're playing unbelievably badly. They need to move Valverde into midfield and get Vasquez on. Put Vasquez at right back. Move Valverde into midfield and take off. Probably take off Rodrigo or Modric. Ball in. It's too easy. Too easy. Too easy. Rice will win the Rice Pudding Award. 99% of Arsenal fans ruin it for the 1%. There are some good Arsenal fans. I used to work with a bloke who was a big Arsenal fan. Really, really nice fella. Chance. Arsenal are in again. Oh my goodness me. There's only one team scoring here. I'm telling you, only one team scoring here and it ain't Real Madrid. Arsenal far more likely to score. Robbie from AFTV is not okay. Robbie from AFT is just as annoying. He's nearly as bad as Ty. To be honest, they're all bad on. They're just characters on AFTV. A lot of them, like Julian, Turkish. Turkish is basically another DT, isn't he? I mean, I'm not saying he's another DT, but another, like a very similar character, quite aggressive, quite kind of assertive and loud. Ty is brilliant, but again, I think even he plays up to that a little bit. Same with Judges. Chance! Oh, they're in again! Oh my goodness me! Oh, what a save! Oh, Courtois has just saved Madrid. Marino has just had 2 bites of the cherry there. That is incredible. It's a great save from Courtois first off, and then it's blocked on the line. Who blocks it on the line? It's Martinelli with the original shot. Pushed out by Courtois. Kind of pushes it out into a bad area, really. Drilled back towards goal. It's blocked by Rudiger, I think. Yeah, blocked by Rudiger on the line. And then smashed by Marino. And tipped over by Thibaut Courtois. Goodness me. Goodness me. Ball in from Arsenal. Cleared away by Courtois. Comes out. Rice. Off the line again. Jesus Christ. Real Madrid should be 4 or 5 down. Generally, honestly, this is unbelievable. They've battered him. They have absolutely battered him. That's a free kick. It's a free kick to Arsenal. Is he going to give him a yellow card? Jude Bellingham. Bellingham's absolutely gone through Saka there. That was a bit naughty, actually. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't Bellingham. It was Camavinga. That was naughty. That Rice there with a shot. It's going in. It's going in, and it's cleared off the line by Jude. They're having to defend really, really deep here. Edward, Jesus, I hope this isn't the Arsenal we play. I don't think Arsenal... Like, maybe other people in the chat, right? Because maybe I'm biased, right? Maybe I'm biased. I don't think Arsenal have played all that well tonight. They've had a lot of chances. I personally think this is Real Madrid. They've been awful. They have been so bad. Like, they've given the ball away so many times. And Arsenal are certainly winning in terms of XG, and they've smashed one in from a free kick. But it's not like they're cutting Real Madrid apart. Real Madrid's press isn't working. It's completely ineffective. Arsenal are just the better team at the minute. They're playing much better than Real Madrid. But I don't think they've... To get the chances they've had, let me rephrase. To get the chances they've had and to be 1-0 up, I don't think Arsenal have had to play that well. Would that be fair to say? Is that a reasonable conclusion to draw? Not that Arsenal have played badly. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Arsenal have played bad. Just, I don't think they've had to play out the skins against this Real Madrid side to be where they are. Real Madrid have been awful. Rice again with the free kick. Oh my Jesus. That is madness. Who made the joke about Declan Rice winning the Ballon d'Or? Because I tell you something, if Mikel Arteta had got that line up right against Everton, there was an outside chance they were winning the Prem, and they might just win the Champions League if it carries on like this. Oh, that's the worst thing that could have happened. Look at Jude. Yeah, you little rat. Yeah, you changing your mind yet, Trent? Joining these absolute rotters. That is... Goodness me. Goodness me. That is incredible from Declan Rice. 2 free kicks. Absolutely unstoppable. You could have had 2 goalies in net there. You could have had Courtois, Alisson and Neuer in that net. Still would have gone in. Unbelievable from Declan Rice. Absolute top class. Top draw. If you put a bin in the top corner, that's going in. Probably bouncing back out, like the ones in Soccer AM. It was an absolute rasper. Brilliant free kick. Fabulous. Really good goal. And on that, I think for the bet, that's probably done. For your bet, it's the best. Real will 100% get a yellow and will want a goal at least now. Listen, I need Real to score 2 in the next 20 minutes. They're not scoring 2. They are not scoring 2. They've not looked like scoring 1 all night. They ain't scoring 2. I'll be amazed if Real Madrid get 1. They need to get 1. They really need to get 1. This Arsenal will defend like you wouldn't believe at the Bernabeu. Chance. Claimed by Raya. Oh, this is so grim. This is so grim. They're still not winning the Prem, we are. No, they're not winning the Prem, but it is a yellow card at least. There you go. You said a goal and a yellow. Yeah, a goal and a yellow when they were only 1-0 down. Now it's 2-0. I need Real Madrid or draw and both teams to get a booking. I might need to cash that. I might need to cash that because that's bad. I've still got Real Madrid to qualify on most of my bets as well. Oh, that's so grim. I can't believe... I just can't believe it. There might need to be some real cash out options here. Because I am having a bad night. I am having a really bad night in terms of bets. That's knocked me down on pretty much everything. Why is Arsenal still only 1-0? There you go. 2-0 Arsenal. Oh my God, why is the Everton flag popping up? I don't know why Everton flag's popping up. I think that was from one of the last scoreboards. Blue confirmed, I know. I think that was from one of the last scoreboards. I don't know why that's happened. I'm going to have to change that. That's the first, that's the best chance Everton have got of being in the Champions League. Blue confirmed. I'll not live that down now. Everton flashing up when Arsenal score wonder goals in the Champions League. Sheffield United bottling it is a glory. Oh, they're not bottling it as well, are they? Oh, don't say that. I've got loads going on tonight. What's the results elsewhere? Oh my God, Arsenal are 3 up, aren't they? Oh no. I can't believe what I'm watching. Lads, lasses, everyone. I can't believe what I am seeing. This is different class. This is different level disgusting. The Arsenal team are this Arsenal team are 3-0 up against Real Madrid. What is going on? They're through. They're through, aren't they? Oh, he's offside. I think he's offside. I think he's offside there. That's going to be a check. That's going to be a check. That is going to be a check. Got to be a check on that one. I think he might be offside. He looked it. It's a great finish, mind. How have they just whacked a centre mid up front and he's pulling out finishes like that? That is different gravy. 3-0, no check. Vile. What am I watching? I can't believe that. I can't believe Arsenal are 3-0 up against these. They've not turned up tonight at all, Madrid. And look at all the other results tonight. Every other result going against me. No goals at Burnley. No goals at Sunderland. Bayern getting beat. Madrid getting beat. Even Chesterfield haven't beat Gillingham. Everything going away. I just shouldn't bet. I just shouldn't bet. Apparently both Arsenal goal, free kicks, both amazing. Well, yeah, first two were, and then Marino. But again, if you feel strongly about Arsenal, it's probably best to stay away from social media for the next few days, because they're never letting this go. They are never letting this go. They've still got to go away though. Yeah, they've still got to go away. This should be the Prem winners, not Liverpool. Mate, we beat Real Madrid. We battered Real Madrid at Anfield. Yeah, it's not like Real Madrid have been bad this season. They got beat against Valencia at the weekend. It's not like nobody's beating Real Madrid. We did this to them. United incoming, Arteta is determined he will do it. They need to pull something out. Real Madrid need our goal, definitely. If they don't get a goal, tie's done. Tie is done. 42, who are you playing though? Same team you're playing? Guys, Real Madrid have been wobbly all season. Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. Even AC Milan done them in the Bernabeu. Yeah. The delusion has started. It's true. It's true, honestly. Like, they're not special, Real Madrid, and we have been saying all night that it's not been a good Real Madrid side at all. They have been very poor. But I can't fault Arsenal. I can't fault them. Like, I have to point out that all 3 of Arsenal's goals have been top quality. Like, right out the top drawer. And this will go down as a historic Arsenal win, like one of the best ever. It's unbelievable what they've been able to do tonight. It's a big Arsenal win. And do you know what? Like, as much as I don't enjoy the Arsenal fan base, I can't begrudge him nights like this. This is huge. You know, to batter Real Madrid at home and probably going to go through in the tie, aren't they? Let's be straight. It's barring like a major Barcelona at Anfield or PSG at Barcelona or Barcelona at Roma. Like, there's been a lot of ties like that where they've flopped. I can't see Arsenal. I can't see Madrid doing that. I just can't. They'll make it uncomfortable, though. They will make it uncomfortable. Even at 3-0. And that might actually be funnier now. I guess that might actually be funnier. Because if Real Madrid were to go through after this result, oh, that's even worse, isn't it? That's even worse. Like, if you've won this and you've gone 3-0 up and you go the Bernabeu, you now have to go through. I do think they will go through. But if they don't, oh, that's so much worse. It's so much worse than just going out normally. That second free kick. Wow. I mean, both of them. Both free kicks were incredible. Arsenal fans are literally next level delusion. I have never witnessed any delusion to this extent ever. Honestly, if I was Mod, he'd be gone. Who? Who's Mod? Who's gone? No one's been nasty, have they? It's really good. You can't begrudge Arsenal fans nights like this. This is different class. It's really, really good. To stuff Real Madrid like this is incredible. You're lucky I'm no mod or you'd be blocked. After all the crap Rice has got as well, I'm chuffed for him. That's true. Yeah, you know, and I don't mind Declan Rice. Out of all of the Arsenal players, he's one who, after what he's done for West Ham, he is top class. He is top class. He's Arsenal's best player. It's not Saliba. It's not Saka, Starboy. It's Declan Rice. I didn't think he had that in his locker either as well. I've got to level with you. I didn't think he had that in his locker. So, yeah. Hey, there you go. 42, he's being a crap house. He's just a United fan. Imagine they got a striker in Jan or something. Well, yeah. I mean, imagine they got a striker in January. But you can't say that. You can't say that. Palace have taken more points than Arsenal over the last 10 games or whatever it's been. They've not been unbelievable since January. Yes, they've had injuries. But this result doesn't... This is the thing with football fans that kind of frustrates me a lot, is this result will have people talking about Arsenal like they are top class. And they are a very, very good side. But people will go over the top with it. Everyone says Real Madrid are the best side in Europe. We beat Real Madrid, ergo, we are the best side in Europe. Doesn't work like that, does it? Doesn't work like that. Rice clears Grav, by the way. I've never denied that. I have never, ever denied that. Gravenberch, I think, in the first 6 months of this season, has played better than Declan Rice. He's been one of the best players in the Prem. The last 3 months, he's been arguably one of the worst. He's been terrible. And overall, yeah, Declan Rice is a better player. Yeah, absolutely. But he's older. Declan Rice is older than Gravenberch as well. Bayern 1, Inter 1. Arsenal have never, ever, ever won a European trophy. That's true. It was obvious by the Everton team they put out. I couldn't believe that. Could not believe that. I still think it was a silly decision. How can you compare a guy in his prime and someone so young? That's true. Rice clears Gerrard. Yeah, all right. All right. Hey, when Rice is lifting big ears, then maybe we can have... Even then, you can't have a conversation. You Can't have a conversation about Rice and Gerrard. 0, let's see if they can get over the line or they're going to bottle again. Nottingham Forest have won more European trophies. Is Brahim Diaz coming on for real? Kieran PSG will put these out. I'm not sure they will, you know. Not sure they will. I do think PSG are the team to beat, and I've said that pretty consistently since they beat Liverpool. I think they are the best team left in the competition. But you know, this is impressive from Arsenal. To beat Real Madrid so comprehensively is impressive. I don't think Real Madrid have been very good. I think they've looked very tired, if I'm level with you as well. I'm getting messages and stuff, and there's tweets and stuff going out saying, are you watching this, Trent? Are you seeing this, Trent? I don't think that Trent Alexander-Arnold would base his decision on this game. But, yeah, it's interesting to see whether or not there's any change in maybe how strongly he feels about it, because Jude Bellingham has looked every bit a Birmingham City player tonight, hasn't he? He's looked every bit a Birmingham City player. Just this is the thing with Bellingham. I'm still not entirely sure on him. I don't think he likes I think you can make Bellingham uncomfortable and you can make him anonymous in a game. He doesn't dominate games in the way that he should for a Real Madrid player in that position. You know, he's not a Zidane. He's not even an Özil. You know, Özil used to dominate games for Real Madrid. He even used to do it at Arsenal. He's not like you can't put him deeper. He's not like a Gerrard who can pick the ball up and glide forward and drive forward with it and will drive the team on. You just don't see enough of that from Bellingham. If anything, this will motivate that Trent. They will do well. It will look like it's because of him. Yeah, that's true. What channel is the game on? It's on Amazon Prime. This is what United are going to do to Leon as well. GTMU Prime. United's whole season depends on the Leon game. That's true. I'm going to change my name to 07. Oh, 2-1 Inter. Is it really? Oh, Fratesi. Fratezi's just scored in the last minute, basically, at Bayern. 2-1 Inter. Some big results in the Champions League tonight, then. Some very big results. Bayern now having to go to the San Siro a goal down. Tough. Really tough. I really don't know what to... I am genuinely shocked by this. I don't know what to make of tonight. It's kind of making me question an awful lot about football and what I thought I knew about it. Because Real Madrid are the team for the big occasion. They've come and they've played so poorly. I've always associated Carlo Ancelotti with being very, very tactically astute. I think he's got this bang wrong. I think his lineup just hasn't been right from the off. I think the tactical setup, I don't know, it seems like a lot of the time Arsenal are outnumbering Madrid in midfield. So I don't know if he's maybe got Valverde, and as soon as they break Real Madrid's press, which hasn't been very good anyway, they look a little bit tired. But as soon as they've beaten Real Madrid's press, they've been in so many times. It's a little bit of naivety, I think, from Ancelotti. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing from a Real Madrid perspective. And again, I didn't think Declan Rice had that in him. Those free kicks, that sort of... I didn't think Marino had that finish. That finish from Mikel Merino is as good as the Declan Rice free kicks, believe me. I know they don't look as athletically pleasing, but that ball is behind him. It's going behind him. I think it's also on his weaker foot, isn't it? And he pulls it back. It's so easy to sky that and get under it. And he's dragged it into the bottom corner. It's a wonderful finish. A really, really wonderful finish. Carlo is a fraud. He's worried about jail sentence. I mean, he's going to Brazil. That would make sense, wouldn't it? no extradition treaty in Brazil. So there's rumours about him going managing the Brazil side in 2026, and that might suit him. Rodrigo's still better than Saka. Yeah, that's aged like milk, ain't it? That video you did. Oh, honestly, I can't be doing with this. It's so grim. Who's winning Europa League? Well, I would like... I would like Spurs to win the Europa League. I'm changing my opinion a little bit on that. I would like Spurs to win it, but I think that Bilbao will win it because the final is in San Mamés, in Bilbao. It's at Bilbao's home stadium, and I think that'll motivate Bilbao. I think they'll get past Rangers. Don't know why I said Leicester. They'll get past Rangers on Thursday night, and I think they'll do them over 2 legs quite comfortably. I think Lazio will run them close for it as well. Lazio are a very good side. I think United... Obviously, I'm cheering for Lyon on Thursday night, but I expect that United just eke past them. Somehow that happens. Ruben Amorim will bring back the glory days, singing from the Stretford end. No chance. I believe in Amorim. He's a good manager. It'll take a minimum of 5 years. I quite like the fact that Amorim has been quite consistent in that. Do you know what? I mean, Gary Neville said this again. I saw his comment about it. He said, Ruben Amorim is quite honest in his interviews, and he's basically saying every time he comes in front of the camera, it's bad, it's really bad, and I need to get it right quickly, otherwise I'm not going to be here, you're going to sack me. And that's the approach he's taking, and that's fine, that makes sense. It's good to have a manager that's being kind of that refreshingly honest. Honest opinion, what do you think of United? An absolute car crash right now. I put a video out the other day, mate, that said how many... Oh, don't go back to your keeper. Oh, thank God for that. I had a video I put out the other day where I asked people, United fans, football fans in general, how many players do you think this Manchester United side needs in order to get back amongst the top 4, 5, 6 teams, get back amongst the Champions League places. And the resounding answer was, the most popular answer was kind of 7 to 10. Minimum 7, sometimes kind of 10. There's not that many in the starting 11 that many would keep, and not that many in the starting 11 that many rate as Champions League players. Certainly not as good as the teams already in the top 5. So there's a lot to dislike about Manchester United right now. The stuff behind the scenes, they don't seem all that together as a club. There's lots of, long-term staff leaving the club, long-term people who've worked at the club for 40, 50 years, seriously, who are leaving the club. And when the fabric of the club is ripped out like that, which is exactly what is happening, by the way. It's not just... I'm talking about from the stewards down to the kitchen staff, down to, staff who've worked at the training ground. Like, long-term members of staff are being culled at Manchester United in favour of often cheaper outsourced labour. And, that's... They've cut money to the ex-players charity, all that sort of thing. There's a lot to dislike about United, and if they don't win the Europa and they don't get in the Champions League, I think it's an incredibly hard sell for a player. It's going to be difficult for Ruben Amorim and whoever is in charge of United's recruitment these days, Omar Barada. It's going to be That's a penalty, referee! That's a penalty! Oh, I thought that was a penalty to Madrid. Oh, believe me, I was calling for it. Are they going to check it? Oh, he's off. He's off. You absolute moron. Who's he sent off? Who's he sent off there? Camavinga. What a noob. I was going to say numpty. I don't want to say knobhead. Just an absolute numpty. I can't believe that. Are they going to check it at least? Are they going to check it? Is there a check? Let's see. I mean, it's a bad night all round. There you go. A bad night all round. No check. Yeah, so get info on local elections just came on my screen. Oh yeah, I've just got that. Why is that happening on mine? Is that unique to mine? 2020. Oh, it's a TikTok sponsorship. 2025 UK local elections. Yeah, no, you're all right, mate. You're all right. Cutting staff's wages but paying Casemiro $350k a week is what. Well, they're obligated to pay Casemiro that money. And that's it. Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 0. The tie is very much in Arsenal's favour. That's a very, very big win for Arsenal. Huge. Historic. All of them words. The momentum swing is huge now, and you would fully expect that they see the job through in Madrid. Madrid just haven't been good enough. I mean, this has been one of the all-time worst Real Madrid performances in Europe, and we would have never said that coming into this game. But I do think it's that. You know, you've got to give Arsenal credit, but if any Arsenal fan tells you that they beat the great Real Madrid, they just didn't. They didn't. That is not the Real Madrid side that we have been used to seeing. This is a Real Madrid side that have looked tired, that have looked leggy. I just don't know what's happened to them tonight. But that's irrelevant. That is irrespective of the fact that Arsenal have been terrific. They were the better side in the first half. They probably should have been one up in the first half at least. Some big chances in the second half where they had, 2 or 3 cleared off the line. Rice sticks in 2 fabulous free kicks. And then Marino with a finish. I actually think of the 3 goals, Marino's is my favourite. It's a wonderful goal. A really, really good goal. And, I don't like it. I wanted Arsenal to get beat quite comfortably tonight. But fair play to them. That's a bloody good performance and a really, really big result. So, they deserve all the plaudits over the next however long they get that until the next tie, the next leg. Victoria Gonzalez, nice to see you up the Villa. I'll be live tomorrow for PSG Villa if you fancy getting in. Villa will beat PSG tomorrow. Tough one that. It's in Paris, isn't it? So tough game that. Be interested to see how Villa get on. I'm sitting in Slovakia. We're winning the Champions League. We're agreeing to that money. 4 out of 4 deluded comments tonight. Good lad from Reese. It's written for Unai Emery to beat PSG and Arsenal. I think I'd love there to be a real outsider winning the Champions League this year, and Villa are that team, aren't they? Villa have already proven they could get. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't want, of all the teams that's left in it, the team that I least want to win it is Arsenal. So yeah, this is a blow for me tonight. But I have to respect the grind. That was a wonderful performance. Great goals, really, really great goals. And they're in charge. They're in charge of the tie. Good luck to them. We're not in it, so no problem. I do think Unai Emery will relish that tie against PSG tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that one. But I don't want to spend too long talking about that one tonight. I think we've got to focus a lot on Arsenal and what a performance that was. And the the post-mortem starts now for Real Madrid, because believe me, there will be in the Madrid papers, you know, Marca, is it ES, the other one, the big Spanish newspapers, it will be brutal, and I mean brutal. They will tear shreds off them Real Madrid players and Carlo Ancelotti. This is embarrassing for Real Madrid. It's an embarrassment for them. Not just the result. The result, you can't tolerate a result like that. It's not great. Arsenal are a very good side. They scored very good goals, but the performance isn't good enough. Real Madrid didn't do anywhere near enough tonight. They didn't create enough chances. They didn't have enough of the ball. They gave the ball away so many times. That was what was really surprising. They gave the ball away so much. It was a horrendous defeat from Real Madrid's point of view. Every player on the pitch looked leggy and tired and drained, and it was just. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And Real Madrid journalists will spend the next however long, 7 days, dissecting every player's performance, being hypercritical of them. Real Madrid have got another big tie at the weekend. You know, they play, is it Leganés? Who have they got at the weekend? Alaves. Sorry, they play Alaves this weekend. And then they have Real Madrid. So, Arsenal have Brentford. Real Madrid go away to Alaves. And then it's the Sunday. So, sorry, it's the 16th. So that is next Wednesday, is it? Next Wednesday, yeah. So, yeah, there's going to be a week of dissection where they really pick every player apart. They'll get some brutal treatment at the hands of the Madrid fans, the Madrid journalists, the papers. Trent Alexander-Arnold might reconsider things, you know, based on how bad it is. But the thing is as well, the other thing that people don't realise is Real Madrid will sell players based on that performance alone. Believe me, Carlo Ancelotti, whether he's Madrid manager or not next year, that performance last night will not be tonight. That performance will not be tolerated. There's players who will have had their cards marked as a result of that. And Camavinga might be one of them, by the way. Camavinga might be one of them. There's some players in that side tonight, I guarantee you, there's some like, you know, your Modric's and whatever. Bellingham isn't really touchable. Mbappe isn't touchable. But there's some who, I guarantee you, the Real Madrid, you know, Perez, they'll be looking at him and going, yeah, he's let the side down tonight. He's gone in the summer. Come hell or high water, we accept a bid for him this summer. So I'm telling you, watch it this summer. One of them, at least one of them, goes, maybe surprisingly. Watch it. Watch out for it. It might be Asensio. It might be Rudiger. It might be... Well, no, Mendy didn't start, did he? Who was it? Who was the full-backs? Who was on the left-hand side? Alaba. Might be Alaba. Alaba wasn't great. But even, to be honest, loads of them... Camavinga was terrible. But Vinny was poor. Rodrigo was poor. I mean, Bellingham and Mbappe were probably the best of a bad bunch. It was so bad, Real Madrid. And Arsenal were just clinical in the second half. They were so clinical. And they deserved it. Proof that Everton beat Real and win the Champions League. I know, honestly, I can't believe that. Cannot believe that. Kivior, absolute brilliance as well, stepped up to a massive job. He did do well, didn't he, Kivior, actually? Yeah, credit where it's due. A lot of people talked about him before kick-off as being, you know, a weak link in that Arsenal side. And, oh, yeah, you're going to have to watch Kivior. He's definitely one who might cost him. Did really well, I thought. I think you banged right there. And you know what? And again, you hope Arsenal fans will point out his performance as well. FM No Casuals Real have been like this all season. When they have a wobble, it's a calamity. Yep. Edward, Klopp in the running for the Madrid job. I don't think Klopp goes there. I really don't think Klopp goes there. I think Klopp isn't stupid enough to... Klopp needs projects. He wants a project. He's always wanted a project. I don't think he would be tempted out by the Madrid job. That's a poison chalice if ever there was one. That is a poison chalice. Alaba, Camavinga, Rudiger, yeah, all those definitely up there. City were in talks for Camavinga. Wouldn't surprise me. He's still a very good player, but I'm telling you, just based off tonight's performance, we've seen it before. A really terrible performance. A player goes, a star player you weren't expecting leaves. I'm sure it happened. I can't remember who it was. I'll try and dig it out the next live. I'll try and dig it out for tomorrow's live for Villa and PSG. I think it was when they got beat by Barcelona in the Clasico 5-0. And immediately there was 2-3 players just went. And it was like, done. You're done. You're done. You will play for Real Madrid sparingly between now and the end of the season. In the summer, you're gone. Absolutely no more. You don't wear that shirt anymore after that performance. It'll be something like that, I'm telling you. I've never liked Ancelotti. His type of football I hate. I mean, his football... The one thing you can say about Ancelotti, even if you don't like his football, which I agree with you, I'm not a lover of his football. His football's always been successful football. It's always been pragmatic, it's been practical, methodical, but it's always been with a purpose and with a sense of direction, I guess. And they looked so aimless out there tonight. A lot of them looked lost, but it was the simple errors that really frustrated me. The amount of times they give the ball away tonight in simple, unforced areas, they give the ball away. That's unforgivable for a game like this. For a Real Madrid side in a game like this, not good enough. Italian manager type of football doesn't really go well in Spain, I think. He's done all right, hasn't he? He's done all right over there. Courtois saved Madrid as well. Could have easily been 5. Yep, absolutely agree. Thoughts on Al Jabber? Who's Al Jabber? The only Al Jabber I know is Sami Al Jabber, who was a Saudi player in the mid-90s, late early noughties. He was a Saudi player who came on loan to Wolves. That's the only Al Jabber I know. I want to see Barca v Arsenal. Daniel, as an Arsenal fan, I'm shook. Congratulations, Daniel. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a wonderful night for Arsenal fans. And I don't mind it for the Arsenal fans who are tolerable. This is a massive night. You've got to enjoy. If you can't enjoy nights like this as a football fan, it's not for you. It ain't for you. This is brilliant. This is a brilliant night for Arsenal. Arsenal getting all mouthy. So annoying. Rodrigo could go too. Yeah, very true. Very true. We just beat the best team in the world. Why can't we be happy? My God. I think it's that though, innit? It's that. You've beat the best team in the world. You can be happy, but don't get carried away. It's veering from we beat the best team in the world to massive performance. Enjoy it. We've got a big result going into the second leg. That's for all that. Love all that. It's we've just beat the best team in the world. We are the best team in the world. Ergo, doesn't make sense to me. Arsenal thinking they have beaten a team of stars, Madrid team. That's true, yeah, that's what it is. Edward, that's who I'm on about. Was he good? I think he was the top scorer of all time in the Saudi National League and the Saudi national team, Sami Al Jabber. And he got a move to Wolves because at the time, it may still be the case, but at the time, the Saudi Pro League didn't exist really. It did exist, but they didn't allow Saudi players to play abroad. It's like the North Koreans. North Koreans don't really allow their players to leave the country, no matter how good they are. They could have Messi over there, he's not coming away. You've got to stay and play in Saudi. And Sami Al Jabber got a trial at Wolves, and they said, yeah, we'll have him, and he played for maybe 3 or 4 games, and that was it. He went back to Saudi. But I don't know if he was any good because we never really saw him outside of Saudi. But he played in the World Cup for Saudi. Thoughts on Alpaqueta Crips? Alpaqueta Crips? Don't know who that is. Well done, mate. You deserve it with the excitement now. You aren't winning the Champions League. They might do. They might do. They really might do. Like I said, I've seen stranger things happen. There's been worse teams than Arsenal win the Champions League. So you've got to say, after a performance like that, they've got a chance. They're in with a fighting chance. As I say, I thought they would go out to Madrid quite comfortably. And I was wrong. I got it completely wrong. They've battered Madrid tonight. They should have been 5 or 6 up. Tie should be done and dusted. Instead, it's not, and the part of the dissection that you'll see from the Madrid newspapers, the Marca, the AS, part of the big dissection, the post-mortem will be not only that player's awful, can't play for Madrid again, it will be getting them turned around and getting them up for a big night at the Bernabeu next week, because you better believe Madrid will hit them hard next week. And Arsenal will go there and put 11 behind the ball and defend. They'll try and hit on the counter, I'm sure. They'll have to. Arteta won't be stupid. He'll have to know he's got something on the counter. But Real Madrid will hit them hard. And if Real Madrid get a goal in that first half, the tie's back on. If it's 1-0 Real Madrid at half-time, the tie is back on. Because they can score 2 in the second half at the Bernabeu. We've seen them do it. Again, look at City, the game against City. They can do it. What Arsenal just did to them, they can do to Arsenal. They have the ability. But if they play like they did tonight, they'll get stuffed again 3 or 4-0. Shut up, mate. We thrashed them today. Who are you on about, lad? Nicolas Arnaud, Madrid is out. Not even Arsenal can bottle this one. I don't know. Coping you, mate. Just can't hack seeing Arsenal win. Are you on about me? I've done nothing but praise Arsenal. Have you watched any of this tonight? I've literally said nothing but good things about Arsenal. All I've said is that Madrid will get up for the second leg. Which is that an unreasonable thing to say? Is that unreasonable to suggest that Madrid will try and turn this tie around, and that if they get a result if they get a goal in the first half, it's not unfathomable to think? Or are you saying that any opinion that suggests that Real Madrid could still go through with a home tie at the Bernabeu is an outrageous opinion? And it's all very anti-hateful Arsenal. I think it's you that's coping, mate. You've still got a second leg against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Don't count your chickens. Don't count your chickens. I think you will go through, by the way. I think you will go through. But listen to me when I say, don't count your chickens. This Madrid side are still a very, very good side, and they can. They absolutely can. It's not back on. Arsenal don't lose against big teams. It could be 1G defeat at best. Well, it might be. You're right. It might be. And as I say, I fully expect that Real Madrid go out. But it'd be mad to think that the tie is over. With a game still to play at the Bernabeu, it would be mad to think that the tie is over. It's just mad to think it. I say to myself, I'm just going to ignore, but the delusion pulls me in and I argue. Our 2005 side was worse. Get some paracetamol, mate. Inter Milan really going under the radar. We talked about it, didn't we, mate? We said before kickoff, Inter Milan are the dark horses in the tournament. You've got to watch them. Big result in Munich tonight. That's arguably as impressive as what Arsenal have done tonight. That's a really, really big result for Inter. So, yeah, definitely dark horses. FM No Casuals played quality today. I just think, to be honest, it's going to be a really, really big performance that gets Madrid back into this. And I don't know, based on tonight, I'm not entirely sure that they've got that in them. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. The facts are Madrid have won more Champions Leagues in the last 5 years than Arsenal will ever. don't know. Certainly maybe in our lifetimes, let's say. Hope Villa wins tomorrow too. I don't know who I hope wins tomorrow. I think I quite like PSG, and part of me, because I don't want Arsenal to win it. I'm very honest about that. I don't want Arsenal to win the competition. So part of me would want PSG to go through because I think they've got a better chance of knocking Arsenal out over 2 legs than Villa. But I wouldn't mind Villa going through. I like Villa. I like Villa as a team. I like Unai Emery. If they did go through, good luck to him. I'd just be rooting for Villa then. If Arsenal score 1 next week, they will go through for sure. That's true. But will they commit enough bodies forward to score 1? Again, you've just got to take the approach of, if you're a Real Madrid fan, if you're an Ancelotti, if you're Ancelotti now, you will just look at it as, they've stuffed us on their own turf, they've beat us 3-0. If you don't believe that you can beat them 3-0 at the Bernabeu, Real Madrid isn't for you. Real Madrid can beat Arsenal 3-0 at home. Absolutely they can. It's not delusion, man. It's just fans. What's that? Hang on a second. It's just fans being overly happy, and to be fair, you can't blame them. Absolutely. Yeah. Rashford lifted the Champions League would be hilarious, wouldn't it? No, mate. It's delusion. Like Arteta, better than Pep. Are you mad? Oh, goodness. What's the message? I didn't even see that one. We can't read, mate. Take a hike. Which free kick did you think was class, first or second? They were both good. They were both very, very good. The second one was probably a little bit more easier on the eye. The first, I think, was harder because it was further out. But I personally enjoyed the Mikel Merino goal better than all 3. I think the Mikel Merino goal will go under the radar, but it was an unbelievable finish. It was an absolutely fantastic finish. Sometimes you got to hold your hands up and say fair play Arsenal. Yep, couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Maybe Arteta knows the league's over. He's going all out on the Champions League. Well, he said words to that effect, hasn't he? Oh, goodness me. Sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say, I took the last donut. Where's my pickle? I ain't got any pickles for you, mate, unfortunately. Rice scored 2 free kicks in a game, and Mbappe's still got none in his career. Oh, that is true, isn't it? Didn't Mbappe... I thought Mbappe scored a free kick the other week, didn't he? Didn't he score a free kick? And they made a big deal about it, didn't they? I'm sure they did. I don't know if that's the case, but I agree with you. I didn't think that Declan Rice had that in his locker. I have absolutely been schooled in that sense. I didn't think that Declan Rice had those free kicks in his locker, so fair play to him. I hate Arsenal, but I kind of want them to go through just to see something different and not see Madrid win it every year. That makes sense, yeah. I think we will get a different winner this year. I think even if Real Madrid go out, even if Real Madrid do go through, which I don't see happening, but let's say it did, if Real Madrid do manage to go through, I don't think they win it. I think tonight is a very bruising defeat for them, and even if they somehow manage to turn it round, the scars that it will leave, it'll always... If they go behind in a game, like this, it'll just plant those seeds of doubt. There needs to be a bit more resilience in this Madrid side. And Tchouaméni was a big miss tonight. Tchouaméni was a very, very big miss in that midfield tonight. They really missed that steel, that strength that he brings. As long as it's not PSG, I'd be fine with it, to be honest. Rice has to be taking them for England now, do you think? I mean, there's not really any standout free kick takers for England. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold's probably scored the most free kicks of any England player, I would imagine. Is that fair to say? I reckon PSG go all the way. That's my bet anyway. Again, if I had to put money on a team to win it, it would be PSG. Still thinking Inter will win the Champions League. Certainly a dark horse, definitely an outside chance. Arsenal PSG final. Yeah, I don't think that can't happen, can it? I don't think that can happen, Jason. I think Arsenal and PSG are on the same side. So if Arsenal win this and PSG beat Villa, then PSG play Arsenal in the semis. So I'm almost certain that Arsenal and PSG can't play each other in the final. They would have to play each other in the semis. And then on the other side, it's Bayern, Inter, Barcelona, Dortmund. So it's those on that side. So it's set up maybe for at the moment an Inter Barca semi and a PSG Arsenal semi. So it might be Barca PSG, Barca Arsenal, or maybe Inter. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one, certainly. Who's going to knock Barca out? Well, they've got Dortmund tomorrow. I can't see Dortmund getting anything. I can't see Dortmund beating them. I really can't. Is Saka injured? No, I don't think he is, you know. Don't think he is. Saka's... did he go off? I don't think he went... Did he play the full 90? I think he played the full 90, you know. PSG Barca final. Liam, yeah, that would be probably my shout as well, based on what I've seen so far. Maybe Inter could beat Barca. I like Inter an awful lot, so I think that would be an interesting one. Barca is on great form. Saka just an early sub. Did he get subbed? I don't know why I think he's been subbed. I saw Saka injured too. Saka's going to be vital in that second leg, isn't he? He's probably the only Arsenal player that's carried them forward in terms of pace, and him and Martinelli on the wings will be vital. They'll need to use him wisely. So hopefully he's fit for them in the second leg. You want to see the best players out there, you know, not half teams and all that sort of thing. But I mean, 1 year he could have had a good run at Real Madrid tonight. I think he'd have looked like a star against Real Madrid at the team we've seen. What am I looking at? Yes, mate, enjoying fish and chips with some dodgy mushy peas. Fish and chips with dodgy mushy peas? Blimey, at this time of night? 20 past 10. Theo enjoying his second leg at the toilet, having the shits. But yeah, listen, that was a huge victory for Arsenal. We need to focus on tomorrow night now. We've got PSG against Aston Villa. That's going to be a really big one. Looking forward to that one. We'll be live tomorrow at exactly the same time, 7:45 p.m. for PSG against Villa. Hopefully we get just as big a result in that one. It'd be nice to see a big performance from both Villa and from PSG. And some goals, because we didn't see that in the first leg of the Liverpool-PSG game. They kind of dragged it out, but it was a very good performance from PSG. PSG have already secured the French league, so they are fully on course to focus all their energies on the Champions League. So that's going to be an interesting one. Marcus Rashford turns up against PSG. He does, doesn't he? He's got a good record against PSG. Got a very good record against PSG. Very good record. Right. What time are we on? 22:22. I think that's my cue to leave. I will be back tomorrow night for PSG against Aston Villa. Obviously, if you're not around for that one, I am back on Thursday night for Legia Warsaw against Chelsea. That's a 5:45 p.m. kickoff on Thursday. I'll be here live from 5:30, and then at 8 o'clock that night, we'll keep an eye on Spurs against Eintracht Frankfurt. But we're gonna be watching. The watch along is gonna be Lyon against Manchester United, 8 o'clock on Thursday. Massively looking forward to that one. And then Friday I'm off. It's my birthday. Friday there's no streams, there's no games. It's my birthday on Friday. So I'm going to be doing my thing on Friday, going getting some drinks, getting some food, and enjoying a little birthday treat. So, I'll see yous tomorrow night if you're here. If you haven't already, give us a follow, go to YouTube, give us a subscribe. Like the stream. Thanks for everyone who's been in the chat. Love all that good stuff. And I will see you. Happy birthday, lad. Have a Man United cake. I will get... Do you know what? I'll bring a cake on Saturday morning's game. What's Saturday morning's game? The 12:30 on Saturday. Who's the 12:30 on Saturday? Come on. Help me out, someone. Premier League fixtures. Man City Palace. Man City Palace, 12:30 Saturday morning. Saturday lunchtime. I'll be live for that one. I'll have some birthday cake with me. I'll go Costco or something. And I'll see you then. So have a nice night, whatever you're doing. Take